Yeah. Like Tower of Terror, fun, not worth anything more than a 30-minute wait.
I think it's still worth it.
You think so?
No, I lied.
When I was 12 years old, I taught a college chemistry class.
Screw you. Speaking of screwing people,
the teacher may have shown my essay in front of the class one time without saying who it was, obviously, talking about how bad it was.
That sucks.
Hello and welcome to That Goes Awesome, the only podcast where everything goes awesome. I am Jayden.
I'm Christian.
And I'm that one silly guy that attempts to edit these videos.
Yo, aren't you supposed to be behind the camera?
Why are you over here?
I don't know either.
What's happening right now?
I kind of just appeared here one day.
That's kind of fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It all happened rather quickly.
Very. But to be fair, we were barely in existence. It was like, what, like 2 months? Whenever you showed up?
At this point, like, That Goes Awesome has existed longer with you than it has without you.
Yeah, just crazy to think about.
That is pretty crazy to think about. Because there were a whole, 13 episodes before I joined.
Yep.
I don't even think it was that many. I think you joined, episode, 11, I think.
Yeah, it was around that because I know you were here
video.
for 12. We were calling his name. He was like, this one speaks to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we all came together like one big happy family.
Happy's pushing it.
One big family.
There you go.
Sometimes happy.
Sometimes happy. We can make it happen sometimes.
True.
How do you feel about our podcast?
Whoa.
Do you like working with us?
Are we good bosses?
Sometimes. Oh yeah. So yeah, if you've never known about these two guys, you should try to work for them if you know them because they pay so well.
Yeah.
They treat you even better. And no, but seriously, I do really love working with both of you, Christian and Jayden, even though I don't get paid.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Stop.
But I'm very happy to be on this couch right now, and I look forward to the conversation. For the rest
Well,
I don't even know what I'm saying.
I also look forward to the conversation.
I will just go ahead and say that I am happy that we brought you on because I think you have definitely put in the work and done a number, and you can see even if you go back through the podcast, you can literally tell when Daniel joined because it just completely a shift, went up a whole nother level.
And I think sorry to interrupt, but even since I've joined, I think there's been a lot of improvements made on all three of our parts.
Yeah, we've changed the format of the podcast 3 times now.
Yeah,
to make it
and it's just really shifted a lot. Yeah. And my editing's gone better, and we added the clips at the beginning for highlights and stuff like that. The thumbnails have gotten better, those sorts of things.
Yeah.
So.
And you can see we continue to grow, and we've all grow individually at how good we are at podcasting or editing or just talking in general in front of a camera, but we're also all growing together, which is really cool to see, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, enough about the podcast. They're watching it right now. They know how it goes. So,
they know.
How's life?
My life is pretty uninteresting recently. I'm not gonna lie. I've kind of
enough of that. I've got to ask both of y'all. So obviously you've been doing it for a while now, and you're new. But did either of y'all feel prepared on your first day of college at all?
No.
No.
I remember I walked into my first class, took forever to find it, sat down, and he just starts yapping because a whole bunch of people in there were seniors and stuff like that, and he's just like, go ahead and check D2L, and I'm like, what is D2L?
I do think, not to talk about this for too much, but band camp helps.
Band camp does help.
Because it helps you learn where things are in the campus.
Yeah.
So you don't have to just do that on yourself by yourself.
Yeah.
That's the main thing that it helps.
But I think I've said before on the podcast, my first semester of college was by far my hardest, and it's just because of how unprepared I was. Because it is a complete tone shift from going to high school. Because I'm the guy who even took dual enrollment classes. I had two dual enrollment classes in high school, but as soon as I went to college, it was completely different. So it's just it's because it's so much more put onto you as an individual, and you're not just hand fed everything. So you have to have a lot more responsibility.
Oh, yeah, it's fully up to you how it goes. I remember being so thrown off whenever I was man, I'm hungry. I can just go to a Wendy's. I don't have to wait for lunch. I can just walk away.
You're talking about dual enrollment classes. I had one dual enrollment class, but I also had 5 or 6 AP classes throughout high school. And one of them was an English class. Now, let me just tell you, I do not like English. I am
So
okay at it, and I don't mind writing essays necessarily, but in general, I can't do it. But one of the things in that class is you have to write an essay in about 45 minutes, which I'm not good at doing under any time constraint.
We know who is.
That's my specialty.
And well, let's just say the teacher may have shown my essay in front of the class one time without saying who it was obviously, talking about how bad it was.
That sucks.
I know.
Awesome.
And I just sat there laughing along as if it wasn't mine, and no one knew it was mine because usually mine weren't that bad. Like usually they were like okay, like maybe like a 4 out of 6, but that one was rough.
I'd be devastated.
I know. I did not
think
think that go with that teacher again the next year for the 12th grade AP English. Not just because of that, but like I didn't want to anyway.
I can just imagine you in that class just being like, this essay sucks.
Yeah, literally.
What idiot wrote
I
that?
started laughing just as much as anyone else.
Oh,
that's very funny.
Oh, I've never had an experience like that, thankfully.
No,
But-
yeah, I haven't had anything like that. I have had. This is not. It's semi-related in the essence of like just teachers talking about your specific work.
Yeah.
But like, so me and my my best friend back in the day, we had a project in 8th grade algebra class. So the idea was you're going on like a road trip, and you have to plan everything like monetarily, like how you're, where, like, what you're spending, like when, all that kind of thing, what you're doing for food. And so we were like, okay, let's think about this for a second. What's like the simplest way to do this? And we were like, I got it. Like 15 loaves of bread, 10 pounds of peanut butter, 10 pounds of jelly. We were like, we looked it up. We found like 10-pound like jar of jelly and 10-pound jar of peanut butter. We were like, this is the plan. We're just gonna eat peanut butter and jelly. And then next year, one of my friends had that class, and she like explicitly talked about our specific project and was like, you have to eat out every single meal. And it's like we like broke her project, and I'm still proud of that one.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, so that actually kind of reminds me. We have an idea of something we might do for like maybe like a funny short or something. It's just like we haven't talked about this, but going and just having picnics at like the most random location.
I do like this idea.
That would be so fun. Like just somewhere where like people like the Home Depot parking lot or something. Like and we just go and just sit like and just have like a full on picnic. And I think that'd be some good shorts.
I've
so.
seen a lot of people have a picnic at the top floor of the parking garage. I'm like, that kind of hits.
Yeah.
I'd probably like that.
In the
one.
fish tank at Bass Pro Shop.
Okay.
In the fish.
Yeah. That's like a good date idea. Like
they have like little surface areas where it's just like you'll see like a taxidermy deer just like at the top of the Bass Pro Shop. Like, just like sit there.
What if we did a competition like to see who could find like the most outrageous place to have a picnic?
Wait, we're talking about Bass Pro Shop. What about the top of the pyramid? Just climb the Bass Pro.
That's true. Yeah.
What about the pyramids of Giza? Like
No,
The one in Memphis.
Bass Pro Shop
In
is the shape
Memphis.
of a pyramid. You can just climb up
yeah.
it.
So's your mom.
What? The silence.
Sorry, mom.
She doesn't watch this. That's okay.
Yeah, she does.
Do you have any like? Wait, never mind. What's your
If
favorite?
you're gonna ask what my favorite meat was, it is nothing
I got it.
because I'm vegetarian.
You're
True.
vegetarian.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
I know.
I haven't eaten with you in a while. So
Let's
like,
talk about that.
Yeah.
You're vegetarian.
How's that going?
Well, I've been vegetarian for like. What year is it?
26.
Okay, 8 years.
Okay.
About 8 years.
I want to know why.
Well, it's primarily okay. Actually, this is really funny. The reason
it's for the bit.
it literally
That's-
it literally
okay.
was for the bit, kind of. But I wanted to be vegetarian kind of anyway. And for you two probably know this, but Ash Wednesday is the start of Lent, which has also happened recently.
Yeah.
It's in February, and I started being vegetarian for Lent, and I'm like, you know what? Because my brother, the previous month or two, I became vegetarian as well, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just do it for Lent. Why not? And after Lent, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna stay vegetarian, and that's kind of how it started.
Fair enough.
But really, the reasons are morally.
Okay.
I never really liked the idea of eating animal meat. I just like that just feels wrong to me naturally for one, and then also just like the impact it has on the world based on how we get meat for the majority of it, like in terms of like pollution and like just the moral aspects of it. Like I think just we're basically borderline animal abusing to get meat.
Yeah.
Not just in terms of killing them, but yeah.
I completely agree with everything you said, and I also have found myself like not. I mean, I just don't appreciate how when I see videos like how some animals are treated and all that, and I can see how people say it's morally wrong, and I don't necessarily disagree. My problem is I just think it tastes really good.
It does
Yeah,
taste
I
good.
agree.
I don't think
completely agree.
I don't think there's anything wrong with eating animals as a
Yeah.
blanket statement. I absolutely agree with there is something wrong with the way we get
Yes.
that. Like that, I've
Yes.
seen videos of like the way pigs are treated in like butcheries and stuff like
even
that.
like
It's awful.
even like getting eggs and stuff is crazy. Like they literally have to cut their. I'm not gonna go too in detail, but they have to like cut their beaks off so that they don't kill each other, basically, because they're in so much pain that they would try to kill themselves as well.
My chickens have not had their beaks cut.
Neither have mine.
It's.
I know what
I
you
don't
mean.
get
though.
into details,
It is a
but
thing.
My thing about being vegetarian is I'm never gonna try to push on anyone. Like unless you ask me, like they just did.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna talk about it because unless like it's someone asks for a dietary concern or something, but I just tell them I'm vegetarian. But I actually kind of despise people that like try to enforce it onto other people. Like if you want to share with people, sure, but like if you're like trying to force someone to be vegetarian because you are, that's just silly.
Yeah,
like,
I think it goes both ways, trying to force somebody not to be vegetarian.
Yeah, that
same
too.
way.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever be vegetarian after seeing your tofu tacos at band camp.
I mean, those are actually disgusting. I cannot lie, those are disgusting.
Those look disgusting.
The
It was
tofu was like
horrendous.
not cooked, and it was like that does not belong on the taco. So.
No, it was scary. Okay, but before we dive deeper into the world, what's your favorite piece of playground equipment?
I feel like I've been asked this question at least once on this couch.
We haven't asked like the past like 3 guests.
However, I think I said this whenever I've been asked, but I think
Opinions change.
that's
Yeah,
true. I
people
think
grow.
I think
Be yourself,
I think
whiteboard.
the spinny thing. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, I think you said that last time.
But like
yeah,
the
like
way
a
you
little-
we sit on it, and someone runs
merry-go-round.
around. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
a
And you,
merry-go-round.
pull it around. Yeah.
Well,
That or
that's-
like a tire swing that spins, so you can like
You like
it's
spinning.
like I like
You're
spinning.
spinning.
I like getting dizzy. Yeah,
He's a dizzy guy.
yeah.
I think. I mean, my answer is always
And a
gonna
busy
be.
guy.
It's always gonna be a slide. It's the best thing.
those slides are so fun.
Yeah, slides
Do you-
are always awesome.
I think I've talked about this before. Remember, like you like bottomless slides? You know what I'm talking about by that? Where it's like the two poles beside each other, and you like put your legs like around them, and you just
Bro, there was this one slide at my elementary school that was actually evil. It was just like metal.
I
So it got
love
really
metal
hot.
slides.
But then it was just like more than a 45-degree angle, and there was no cutoff. It just straight went down under the
That's
ground.
terrifying.
It was
Have you also seen the video of
terrifying.
that cop on the metal slide that like in the
Yeah.
slide out of it?
Oh yeah, dude.
My favorite type of slide, hands down, is a water slide.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah,
You don't really see those on playgrounds. But
yeah. But like
that's-
still, I agree.
That's
Have you
kind of
ever- Have you ever been like the type of water slide where it's like you like stand in the tube and you like cross your arms and they like flip a switch and the
No.
floor falls from
No,
beneath? Like, you just fall
I
into it?
haven't.
I
It's so
almost
fun.
did, but I didn't because there was like a super long line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just went to the
There
other
always
one.
is, but they're
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I want to do one. That sounds fun.
They're really
Yeah.
fun. Water slides are underrated. I do prefer roller coasters when it comes to theme parks, though. I'll always rather go to a theme park than a water park.
that's fair. Yeah, I think I agree with that, for sure.
What's your take? Water park, theme park.
Theme park for sure.
Yeah.
Theme park, as long as it's not Disney.
That's a bad
You
take.
don't like Disney?
I do not like Disney World.
I don't love the rides. I love the vibe. Universal, I love
honestly-
both.
I love both at Universal, and I do not really like either at Disney. Disney vibe, I can see the argument for. I don't really like it though.
I love like stuff like Galaxy's Edge and stuff like that's my favorite.
The only good thing about Disney is their Star Wars section.
Yeah,
in
here's
my
the
opinion.
thing. Disney's best places are the ones that like try to compete with what Universal's doing. Which
Yeah.
like the way for me, like the theme park is like as at their like peak when they try to represent something that you see in the movies. Like the
Yeah.
Star Wars area tries
That's
to be like
fair.
you're in the Star Wars world, whereas like a lot of like the Magic Kingdom is just like Cinderella's castle in the middle of a theme park.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still hyper aware of the fact, oh, I'm in a theme park. But at Universal, you can like go to Jurassic Park. You can go to a full on like screen accurate version of Diagon Alley from Harry Potter, stuff like that. It's just so much cooler to me.
Yeah.
I've never been to
cool.
Universal, but I'm excited.
We need to go one day.
I'm excited to go. I'm going soon, but yeah, I loved
you're
it.
going soon.
I love Disney, so Disney World. I like the vibes and the rides.
I don't think any of the rides are worth the wait times in Disney compared to Universal, but some of the rides are fun.
Yeah.
Like Tower of Terror, fun, not worth anything more than a 30-minute wait.
I think it's still worth it.
You think so?
No, I lied. Speaking of lying, though, We are about to play a game of 2 lies and 1 truth.
So, pretty obviously, we're playing the game wrong. It's self-explanatory. I think you can kind of get the vibe there. But
Yeah, because the game that a lot of people play is 2 truths and 1 lie, and you have to pick out what the lie is. And we were like, well, it's hard to come up with truths, and also we just want to be different. So we're playing 2 truths. Nope, we're playing 2 lies, 2 lies,
playing the same game as everyone.
and 1 truth. And we are gonna go and try and figure out the truth that everybody is saying amongst the lies, and play along at home if you know us.
So, okay, disclaimer here. Me and Jayden know each other pretty well at this point. We obviously missed a lot of our lives because we didn't meet each other until we were like 17. But like, we know a lot. So this is gonna. It was really hard to think of things that he might not know. We barely know that.
And for me, like, they've known me for not even a year. Like, not even a school year.
Yeah, it's like 6 months max.
Yeah. So it'll be a lot easier for me to get away with stuff.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I guess I'll kick it off.
Cool.
So here we go.
I'm gonna let Daniel go first to answer this, just in case I do know it. But
Okay.
I will also say
I will not give the answer until after.
I have a mission to get every single one of Christian's right.
Ooh,
Okay.
We'll see.
I have never broken a bone. I have broken my left arm twice, or I have broken my left elbow and my right wrist.
I think you've broken. The truth is that you've broken your left elbow and your right wrist.
Okay.
Well, I know for a fact the first one is a lie, and I'm pretty sure that the answer is you've broken your left arm twice. I think that's the truth. That was the option, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Let's go.
So, both times on playground equipment.
Oh my god.
In kindergarten at my sister's birthday party,
Mm-hmm.
I had to make it about me, and I fell off the monkey bars and tried to catch myself. There's like full on like 7-foot tall monkey bars. I'm a 2-foot tall child, and
awesome.
I go to catch myself, and my elbow pops backwards, and my bone comes out.
Dang. I think
so
you told
you
me
see
about
you
this.
see that? Like that's,
Yeah. Oh my
yeah,
god.
that's
It's
my
like
stitches
visible.
scar. There's like that's where they put like screws into my elbow to keep it in place.
Oh my god.
And then in 5th grade, I fell off a swing set backwards and landed on my arm like this, and my wrist, like my knuckles were touching right here. My wrist went completely backwards.
At
But
least
like I
that's-
tanked both of them.
Yeah.
I didn't cry on either one, except whenever they had to cut my silly bands off. In kindergarten, I was
Dude.
mad about that.
I'd be mad
I think
too.
you specifically have said that on the podcast before.
I think I
you
have as
have
well.
to, yeah. Because I knew you've broken the A bone on the
Yes.
podcast before.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the
That's
combination.
I figured that would. All of mine are fairly close together to try to trip Jayden up.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go next. I have yet to watch any TV show in 2026. I have yet to watch any movie in 2026. I have yet to play an online first-person shooter game in 2026.
Okay, this is like less like us having to know about you and just know what you've done recently.
Yeah.
I know you like Overwatch a lot, and Overwatch just got a massive update. I don't know if you can
That's
stay away
true.
from that. I don't watch a lot of TV or movies. I'm more of a YouTube guy. But like, what do you think's the easier one to stay away from?
I feel like the easier one to stay away from is a TV show, right? Because I feel like you could just turn on a movie and like you're done. A TV show like kind of has some type of commitment. You don't necessarily have to commit, but like you kind of go into it with a commitment to like watch more episodes. So I feel like it would take longer. I have no idea because you haven't said about either to me. I don't think. My guess would be the truth would be, wait, only one of them's true.
Yeah.
My guess would be that the truth is you haven't watched a TV show because
sorry, go ahead.
because you would play a shooter game and watch a movie.
I think you have watched TV, not finished a series, but watched at least a few episodes.
Okay.
I think movie is the one that you have not done.
Okay. The truth is that I've yet to watch any TV show.
Okay, good job.
The only movie I've watched was in theaters. I saw Iron Lung, and
Really?
I told
Okay.
you about this
Oh,
too.
you did tell me about that.
So
I
I'm
could-
a little
I was trying to
surprised.
think.
I
was
thought
like, if you
about
see the
that
movie, it's
in
probably
this
theaters.
moment, and I'm like, yeah. And I did
Man.
play the Overwatch update.
It had to be Overwatch.
I only played like 2 matches too. That's the only like first-person shooter I've played this year. Like 2 games of Overwatch. So
I haven't played Overwatch in like a year now.
I have
Yeah.
never played Overwatch.
Stay away.
I will.
Yeah.
Stay away.
It's for my sanity.
All right, go, Jayden.
Okay. So, I have had a total of 3 different jobs.
Okay.
I have had 9 total seasons of marching band.
Okay.
And I love broccoli.
You hate everything healthy.
That is
God.
not true.
Christian, do you know this?
I think I've got it, but I'm gonna let you go first. But
Yeah, talk through.
What the truth is? Well, I'm thinking 9 seasons. You've had 4 in college, and 4 in high school. So he's going into his 9th, would think, depending on like how his school system did it in grade school. So I would think that's a lie.
Did you say grade school? What is this, England? What is this, the UK?
Middle school,
the first
unless
one
you
you
like did it
said?
in middle school.
Okay, you want me
3
to say them
total
again?
jobs.
So,
I think that could be the truth. Well, I know of one job that Jayden has worked at, and I think he has worked at that job for a long time. I don't know if he's... I guess it also depends on what you consider a job, because I know he's also had jobs teaching. I'm going to say that... What's the third one?
Okay, the options are I've had at least 3 different jobs, I love broccoli, and I have had a total of 9 seasons of marching band.
I love broccoli could definitely be the truth as well. I feel like it's... I'm going to say the truth is you've had 3 jobs total.
What do you say?
Okay, I'm about to clock you real quick. So, you've worked at the same place, always. You started your marching band career in 8th grade, which would total up to 9. And the last time I went out to... Well, not the last time, but one of the last times I went out to eat with you, I let you try a, like, chicken wrap. And you were like, man, it'd be better without this green stuff. And I was like, Jayden, that's lettuce. So you don't like you don't like vegetables.
I do like lettuce. It just has to be good lettuce.
Okay,
That's
well,
fair.
no, the truth is that you've had 9 total seasons.
That is true, yeah.
Okay.
I hate broccoli. I've only had 2 jobs, and I have done marching band my 8th grade, and then 4 years of high school and 4 years of
Gotcha.
college.
I only knew about the one job, but there's technically a second one. I just wasn't really counting that in my head. But,
Yeah.
Okay,
Good job, Christian.
thank you.
Bad job, Daniel.
I've got none of these right so far.
Okay. This one, I took gymnastics for 1 year, took parkour classes for 2 years, or took a taekwondo class for 1 month.
Okay, I know for a fact you've taken. What was the second one?
Parkour.
I know you've taken a parkour class.
I definitely feel like any of these, like you could have very well done all 3 of these at some point. I don't know for the lengths of time.
Okay, I'm gonna let you talk more before I say.
Okay, I feel like the parkour, for the longest amount of time, definitely makes the most sense. Gymnastics is the one I'm thinking is probably a lie, because I don't... You've maybe done gymnastics for a year, I'm not sure. Then taekwondo for 1 month?
1 month.
I have no idea. It could very well be either any of these, in my opinion.
I was gonna say I don't think you've taken taekwondo, but because it was only 1 month, that's something I could easily just not know about.
Yeah.
So if I had to make a guess, I would say that. Wait, only. Oh my god, I keep thinking about this the wrong way.
No, it's 2 lies.
Okay. I think the truth is the parkour class to me.
I think the truth is the gymnastics. I'm gonna go a little crazy here.
You ready?
Yeah, ready.
The truth is that I took a parkour class for 2 years.
Let's go.
I have taken gymnastics.
Okay, not for a year.
I thought you would
I
take.
did not
Not just
make
go
it a
for a
year
few times.
because I'm more about freestyle movement,
Yeah.
and gymnastics is so you have to do exactly what I want you
That's
to do
fair.
in this exact way. I didn't like that.
That's
I didn't
right.
vibe with
That's
that.
sick that you. What what do you do in the parkour class? Like what type of specifically stuff?
So it was called Urban Ninja, which
Okay.
the idea was just ninja movement
Yeah.
in a city. So
Okay.
it's just they teach you how to do different flips, all the different ways to get over an obstacle.
Mhm.
They were teaching us how to wall run, that kind of thing.
That's
Just
awesome.
just really fun stuff. And they would
Do a
set obstacle
backflip?
courses. Fun fact, through 2 years of parkour classes, I could do a front flip before I even got there. I never learned a backflip in that class. I only managed to teach myself afterwards. I had to
Interesting.
quit parkour class because I have an almost knee disease that one day I landed a flip in class and it's just my knees gave out,
Oh my
and almost
gosh.
for an entire year I could barely walk.
Oh my god.
It's fine now, but
Yeah.
I had to quit it there
Yeah,
whenever I was
yeah.
13.
Dang, yeah.
I know you had definitely talked to me about the parkour class, and I was pretty sure you'd taken gymnastics class. You've never taken Taekwondo, right?
No.
I didn't think so. I was like, there's no way. But yeah,
I know a very small amount of jiu-jitsu. That's the only martial art I got.
I feel like if you would have taken Taekwondo, you would tell everybody about it. You're like, yeah, I used to take Taekwondo.
That's what Taekwondo experts do. Like, they're like, I know Taekwondo.
All right. My next set of lies and truth are: I once got lost hiking for over 4 hours.
That's a very Daniel thing to do.
I've climbed the tallest completed church steeple in the world.
Nope. you barely climbed these stairs.
Okay. I've accidentally appeared in the background of a live TV broadcast.
Okay. Well, I have my answer. I don't know, but based off of my experiences with you, I would say the truth has to be you getting lost, because that's the only one Daniel coded.
Okay. Christian.
Okay. I agree with Jayden, but I want to be different. I think so. Okay, it said 4 hours.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
That's a long time, and that is a very Daniel thing to do. I'm gonna be so real. I want to believe the church steeple one because that's such a sick fact if that's true.
I feel like if that was true, we would know about that.
No, yeah, isn't like the Notre Dame like the highest, and that's like.
Well, you tell me. What's the?
I don't know.
Well, if
You
he
tell
doesn't
me.
know.
I'm not. No more information.
Yeah, I don't think it's in the U.S. and I don't know if he's ever been out of the country. He very well could have. I just don't know.
I don't think he has.
So I'm ruling out church despite the fact that I want to believe it. However, I am going to say that you have accidentally been in the back of a live TV broadcast.
Okay.
That can happen. I mean, just like a news.
I think I've done that.
Like some news anchor just reporting somewhere. Like you can appear in the back of that.
Yeah.
Well, that I know of. I've never accidentally done that, so that's not the truth. And I've never gotten lost hiking. I have.
That's crazy.
Climbed the tallest church steeple in the world. It's in Ulm, Germany.
You've been to Germany?
Yes,
That's
I've been to Germany. I know I haven't talked to you about this to either of you. I don't know why. It's just I went when I was in like middle school, so it's like it's been a minute.
Is it still the tallest?
It actually is about to get passed. Literally as of today.
They're building it right now.
No, they're building a new thing a church tower right now in Spain. And as of today, it reached its maximum height, but it's not finished building. That's why it's the tallest completed church steeple, is what I had to specify. I looked it up to be absolutely sure. So it's like no longer going to be the tallest.
Was there like a conveniently placed haystack at the bottom? Like you just pull
So when I say climbed, I'm not like it's not like rock climbing.
Yeah,
there's
like
stairs that go all the way up.
To it.
Yeah, but I did that.
What were you doing in Germany? When did this happen?
I went with my dad, my mom, and my sister.
When was this?
It was between 5th and 6th grade. So for some context, my dad had he had a few friends in Germany, or a friend that lived in Germany, and we kind of just went there for vacation. So and we saw the friends.
Is the food good there? I've always kind of
wanted. It is so good. That's some of the best food I've ever had.
My mom used to live in Germany.
Did you?
Used to live in Germany.
Even just like their
when she was a baby.
Even just like their like spatula. I don't know if you know what that is.
Space shuttle.
Spatula. I don't know how to pronounce it right, but it's like their pasta. It's like a type of pasta. It's like really good. It's like so good. I don't know how to explain it.
I want to go to Germany now. I just want to leave the country. Not permanently. I just want to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I kind of want to leave permanently.
I had a feeling that one would get you guys, and that's why I went with the hiking one for a lie, because I'm like,
hey, that's such a Daniel thing to do. So he's actually only been lost for 3 hours 59 minutes.
I've never been lost because I don't usually go hiking. So
we didn't think about that.
Also a very Daniel answer.
Yeah.
I love that. Like the second you said that, I was like, nope.
I know.
And that was it.
Like, okay.
That was it. Yeah. I'm sorry I doubted you, Daniel.
I wanted to believe that was so bad, and I
it was like I don't remember how many stairs it was, but the stairs were also pretty steep, and it's just like in a spiral the whole way up.
That sounds awful. Okay.
It was pretty awful, but once you got up, it was awesome. So.
Okay, so I guess it's Jayden's turn. I notoriously have like pretty bad teeth, right? And I have broken my tooth on a multitude of things.
Okay.
So, but this one is I have broke my tooth while eating a piece of corn on the cob. I have broke my tooth on a Jolly Rancher, or I have broken my tooth on a goldfish. Which one of those
When
is
he
true?
said broken your tooth on a goldfish, I imagine you like pulling a fish out of a tank and just like I don't know why, but anyway.
And it to be clear, it wasn't like I like completely broke my tooth. I think it was like it was like something got chipped.
I'm going corn on the cob. I think you broke your teeth eating corn on the cob. I'm just gonna lock it in.
So corn on the cob, Jolly Rancher, or
Jolly Ranchers like actually could make sense, but I feel like it makes too much sense for it to be the truth.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but I do think you've done that. So like,
I've told the story to you before. I know. It's been a long time.
I don't think I've heard you. I've heard you that
Yeah,
you've broken
I
your
don't
tooth.
know.
I think, but I didn't know.
I vaguely remember you telling me about a Jolly Rancher. I don't know what you did with that Jolly Rancher, but like, I think you chipped your tooth on it. So that's my answer.
All right.
Lock in Jolly
Yeah.
Rancher, corn on the cob.
Yep.
Okay, you were both wrong.
Oh
Is it
my
goldfish?
god!
I chipped my tooth while eating goldfish.
Dang,
That's insane.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
I-
That is.
You have to tell the story. Like what happened?
I don't remember the story that much. Like it was many moons ago. But I mean, I was just eating some goldfish, and then I was like, and I heard a noise. I was like, well, that doesn't sound right. And then I felt and like it was gone. And it was like
That sucks.
I remember talking to
crazy.
like my whole friend group about it because everybody made fun of me and like, how do you break your tooth on a
I
goldfish?
would make fun of you too if I was there.
How do you flush your keys in the all-run toilet? I don't know.
That's the question.
Yeah.
The question of the hour.
I like broke half of my tooth one time eating pizza. Cause it was like a baby tooth, so it was like getting ready to come out, but it like split in half before it came out.
Yeah.
And like, dude, I think one of the top 10 worst feelings in the world has got to be biting something hard when you're eating something soft.
Mm-hmm.
That sucks.
Yeah.
You don't realize
Yeah.
how powerful your bite force is until you bite something you didn't mean
Yeah,
to. Like when you accidentally bite a fork or something like
Yeah.
that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Tell me
I
about
hate-
it. I ate a fork by accident.
Oh my god.
I don't remember what podcast we talked about that
We
on.
had
but,
talked about it. Was it
but-
a plastic fork? You were like,
yeah,
yeah.
the plastic
Just
fork,
full
and
ate your
I
fork.
ate it.
You were like, where'd it go?
Oh, anyways,
that's
yeah.
wild.
that
So
is so funny.
I am the best liar because you both missed it, or
I
maybe
did
I
that.
just have the weirdest things happen to me. Okay,
That also
Christian.
happened to me, but okay.
Okay.
Here we go. I won an award for best writer in middle school. I won an award for best mathematician in middle school. Or I won an award for best science performance in middle school.
I feel like I've done all of these.
Yeah, I won a lot of awards in middle school. I'm not gonna lie.
I've won a lot, but this is specifically like a...
I think I know, but I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm gonna go. You've won an award for the best writer.
I am going to eliminate math. Not that I think you're bad at math. I just think I lean more towards the other two. I actually was going to say science at first because I think you favor science. I think you like really like science, especially over the other two. But I feel like something in the back of my mind is telling me that we've talked about you writing before and getting an award for something. Because I always talk about how I hate writing. And I think you're like, yeah, I mean, I like writing, and we know you can write. You're a good writer. You're like a little wannabe Shakespeare, but it's like William Shakespeare, Christian.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah.
It's a tight race. Like, he's got me a little bit.
So I am gonna go with the writing one. That's the truth.
And what did you say?
Writing. Yeah.
Math.
No.
serious?
In the 8th grade, I got the award for the best math in the whole middle school. I got 2nd place for science, and I think I was top 5 in English.
Okay.
So I was completely wrong.
Gotcha.
But as like the best, it was math.
Yeah.
Man, how things have changed. I hate math.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
it's
I was
like-
always so good at it. I just could
I
not
was
stand
always,
it.
same with me. I was always really good at math, but I cannot. It's so boring.
I
to me.
hate it.
But do you agree with like how you are now? I clocked you pretty well.
No, yeah, now.
Yeah.
Like, I've always favored science.
Yeah.
Fun fact, you probably know this. I thought about writing it in here, but I forgot. When I was 12 years old, I taught a college chemistry class at the college we go to.
I had no clue.
Yep.
That's a
Full
cool.
on-
Like, what do you
full-
mean by like
Like I ran
like a lesson or like the entire class?
the lesson.
The lesson.
I
Okay.
showed up in a lab coat and was like, "Here, guys, this is what we're doing today," and I had them do it.
That's
So,
insane.
Why?
I can't remember. I think it was something where like
for the bit, like
basically like my stepmom like knew like the chemistry like, professor, and then like we were like scheduled to like go do it, and then like the chemistry professor like wasn't there, but there was like a semi like they had somebody else show up to help me like know what I was doing before I went to it, but like the person who I was supposed to be like helping was not there. So it was just, like, me
imagine
doing
being
stuff.
like in your 20s and you show up to chemistry class and there's just a
Yeah,
12-year-old.
12-year-old.
That's like almost
an
like
oversized lab coat.
that's like almost disrespectful. To you.
That's one of my like
students.
top 10 moments of all time.
That's awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah. So Daniel, this is your last one, yeah?
Yes, this is my last one. I've been on a tour to Africa with my grandma.
Well, now I know he's left the country, so like now I'm questioning where's he been.
Changes everything.
I once tried stand-up comedy at an open mic event.
I can imagine that and how bad that would have been.
I've been to the 4 United States corners, as in Alaska, Maine, California, and Florida.
Okay, I don't think you've been to Alaska, because I feel like we've talked about Alaska, because I want to go there so bad, and I feel like I wouldn't know that. I also feel like the Africa tour is an easy lie to come up with after you just talked about you going to Germany. What was the other one?
I once tried stand-up comedy.
I also don't think that's true. So I'm gonna go 3 lies.
30 lies is crazy.
Okay.
He's trying to triple bluff.
Imagine.
I feel like I could see you doing any of these.
Okay.
That's definitely the point.
Fair,
that's the point
yeah,
of this,
yeah.
for sure. I feel like you're an anxious person, so I don't know if you would try stand-up, but I'm gonna say that's what you did.
No, I don't think you done stand up. If I had to go with an answer, I would say that it's the Africa tour.
Okay. So, about the Africa tour, I was going to go to Africa with my grandma, but that was the year of COVID.
Oh, it sucks.
And so then that's when we ended up, that's the first time we went to Canada. So we ended up going to Canada instead, like the year or two after. So I have not gone to Africa. I've never tried stand-up comedy. However, I have done like karaoke. When I was like younger, I was at some like, it wasn't like I don't even know, but I don't know, I've done karaoke at some sort of event. But I have been to Alaska, Maine, California, and Florida.
Okay, I stand corrected.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that one.
Yeah. I feel like I mentioned Alaska because I went on an Alaskan cruise.
Oh my God, you're so right. I think
I feel like I definitely
have
told
talked
you this
about
before,
that.
yeah.
No, you're right.
He's done so much more than I have in so much less time.
I know.
Not so much less time.
I'm learning a lot about you, Daniel.
Like 4 years almost.
Okay,
Give or take.
so this is my last one.
20%.
If I can find it. Okay, this is about pets that I've had. I have had pet frogs. I have had a pet snake. Or I've had pet turtles.
The reason I reacted whenever you talked about pets is I realized I could have done this for one of mine. I had a pet shrimp and a pet starfish.
That's awesome.
And that could have been one of my truths.
That is
but yeah.
I also
So
thought about doing a
frogs,
pet-related one.
turtles.
So, yeah, frog, snake, turtle.
Which one's true?
Which one of those is true?
I feel like you've definitely had a pet snake. I'm locking in pet snake. I feel like you mentioned this before.
I've had a lot of pets.
No, I know, and I feel like you'd be the one to have a pet snake.
Thanks.
I don't think it's frogs. I think it could be turtle, but I think definitely pet snake.
I know for certain you have had a pet that is currently potentially residing in a zoo that you have not visited in a long time, and you have no clue if it's still alive or not.
That was none of the three.
I'm pretty
I
sure
know,
it's
I'm pretty sure it was a lizard.
Yeah,
So I don't think it was any of those three. But like I'm trying to think of like what's along that mindset.
Yeah.
I don't think you like snakes, so I don't think you'd have one.
We've held a snake together.
We have held a snake together, which is like that
Bonding moment.
Like, yeah, it was a big snake.
It was a really big snake.
I'm not like convinced you're too scared of snakes to own one. But I just don't know if you would own one or not. Frogs, I don't think so. I'm gonna go with turtle.
I think that's a fair
so you're locking in turtle, you locked in snake?
I'll lock in snake, yeah.
Okay. Well, you're both wrong.
Not again. That's great.
Oh my god.
I have owned frogs. I used to have, I can't remember the exact type of frogs, but they were like really like small frogs, and there was like 5 of them that lived in a tank together, and yeah.
That's pretty cool, actually.
the animal you were talking about was a rock lizard. I used to have that, and I'm pretty sure it's still alive in the zoo. And then yeah, I've never had snakes because I don't like snakes. I'm scared of snakes.
I didn't think you were scared of them. I knew you didn't like them.
Whenever like I was not having fun when we had to hold that snake.
I feel like if you were not scared of snakes, you would have a pet snake at some point in your life.
That was such a fun time.
I would have pets I would have a tarantula before I'd have a snake.
I got handed a tarantula. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember.
I got brought up in the front of like a zoo show, and a guy was like, "You ready for this?" And he just puts a tarantula in my hand. I was like, "Okay."
That's
after he had made fun of me a lot for my snake sizes.
He did do that. He kept making fun of Jayden's wiener.
I would love to have turtles, but I've never had turtles.
Turtles are hype.
Yeah, turtles would be cool.
Turtles would be cool.
Ashley has pet turtles.
Really?
Interesting. I didn't know that.
I thought about doing a pet related one, but there's just too many things I could have done. Cause like my nana has like owned like a peacock, kangaroo.
You've actually owned so many pets.
Multiple monkeys.
Yeah.
You
should have just listed all of them in the truth, and then been like, I've had a dog, I've had 5 dogs, or however many.
I remember doing that as a kid. I was like, I've got 4 dogs, 5 monkeys, and like 3 cats. Everybody was like, well, clearly it's like the one that you don't know is monkey. Like you're stupid.
We've all had a lot of pets.
True.
Okay. Christian, this is your last one.
This is the final one total, right?
Yep.
You get
yeah. No.
Okay.
Your final one.
So here's the last one. My favorite video game is Resident Evil 4.
Oh god.
My favorite game is Expedition 33.
Oh gosh.
Or my favorite game is Sekiro.
Okay, I know. I'm pretty sure I know.
I feel like I should know this. The one that's giving me trouble because it's more recent is Expedition 33. I feel like you really like that game. I don't know if it's actually your favorite.
I know you love all those games. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm. I know you love Resident Evil 4. I don't know if that one is your favorite or if that is your current favorite game because it also is probably something that changes a lot. I'll go with Resident Evil 4. That's my first.
I'm pretty confident your favorite game is Resident Evil 4. I know you loved Expedition 33, and I know you loved Sekiro. But I think at least 33 is too recency bias for you to say it's your favorite game of all time. You're a big Resident Evil guy, so I'm gonna lock in Resident Evil.
Okay, you ready for this? All 3 are wrong. I was really taking a chance to see if you would figure this one out. Right? No. Final Fantasy 7.
Oh
my god, I knew that.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
I thought y'all might get it.
Okay, listen, no. If you would have said that as one of the answers, I would have
I
would have known that.
Yeah, for sure. About that
that's why I didn't do it.
But I trusted you too much that you would follow the format.
I know. That's why I had an extra one.
Because you've told me that you've been like, yeah, when I was asking about video games to try, you were like, yeah, you gave me a whole list, and you're like, my favorite game is Final Fantasy 7, but I wouldn't recommend that for starting. It's like
in order, my favorite games is Final Fantasy 7, followed by Sekiro, followed by Expedition 33, followed by Resident Evil 4.
Okay,
so that was my second, third, and fourth in that order.
The reason I was so locked in on Resident Evil, and one is because I trust you so much that you wouldn't just throw us off.
Yeah.
But I knew your favorite video game was part of a series that had a lot of games.
Yeah.
Which is why I locked in Resident Evil, because I knew there's a lot of Resident Evil games. If Final Fantasy would have popped in my head, I would have known right away that was it.
Resident Evil 4 has my favorite video game character of all time.
That's fair.
But 7 has been my favorite game for 6 years now.
Okay. Well, screw you. Yeah. Speaking of screwing people, you should screw with our algorithm and click that like button so it goes up. Thank you, Daniel, for joining us. Thank you, Christian, as always. Thank you, listener, for listening. Nice. Follow us on all platforms. Comment anything you learned about us. And y'all got anything else?
I do have one more thing.
Oh, God.
I have one last truth and lie, actually.
Okay.
So you should subscribe on YouTube.
Oh.
You should follow on TikTok. And you should follow on Instagram. Now, which one is the truth?
That's a trick question. They are all true.
They're all
That
true.
is true.
They're all true. Okay. Christian, dap me up, cuh.
It's so hard when there's somebody in between.
I know.
Let go of me.
And I have been Jayden.
I'm still Christian.
I think I'm still the editor.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Unless this podcast, unless it does terrible. Anyways, we are out of here. Bye-bye, guys. Thank you. Bye.